We have a healthcare system that is run to line the pockets of big corporations. And Washington, D.C., and the elected leaders in both parties have made that possible.
Americans spend more on healthcare than any other country, yet they don't get the treatment they rightfully deserve. Based on this chart here, you can see the drastic increase in healthcare prices over the years.
What your name is?
Yeah, my name is Katie. I'm a junior at the University of Rochester. I'm studying biology and pursuing pre-med. So
Oh, that's good. That's good. So can you tell us a little bit about your occupation right now?
yes, so my job title, I'm a patient care technician. Another word for that is like certified nurse assistant. The CNA is like the usual job title. So what I do is I help the nurses in tasks that they normally do, but I'm basically just helping them in their day to day. So when
Do you tell me a little bit about your knowledge about the healthcare system in the US?
Yeah, so I would say healthcare system is not at its best for the US currently. I feel like healthcare is pretty expensive and there's a lot of out-of-pocket payment, and I would say there's not enough room in the hospital for patients who need the help that they need to get the help that they need.
According to CMS.gov, the funds for the health sector in the US have decreased from $174.6 billion to $2 billion in 2022, only 2 years after the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hi, can you tell us your name and what you do?
Michelle Smith, and I teach dual credit English at Northlake Early College High School.
Do you have like any positive or negative situations with the healthcare system?
Positive, my husband's healthcare is pretty good, so we're lucky in that aspect that we don't really have problems finding a doctor or seeing a doctor.
Yeah.
The negative I have about the healthcare has more to do with mental health. There's a severe lack of mental health professionals, and both of my kids see a psychiatrist and need medicine for different issues that they have, and sometimes it can take a really long time to see a psychiatrist and get medicine, especially if it needs to be adjusted, things like that.
Thank you. We all know that we are facing a mental health crisis in this country. You see it in your patients. We see it in our workforce, in our families, in our schools. And the first and most important solution that we can deliver is holding big insurance companies and big healthcare companies accountable.
Do you mind telling us your name?
Yes, I am Ms. Crawford. I'm the German teacher here at Northlake Early College High School.
Could you tell us a little about yourself?
Sure, yeah, I grew up in Germany and as such grew up speaking German, have a love of that culture and language, and so now I teach that at high school.
So since you grew up in Germany, could you tell us like how much better the healthcare is over there, or can you just compare it?
Yeah, so in Germany there's a lot more there's universal health care, so everyone has access to health care, and it's also much more affordable healthcare. So especially if you're in a difficult health situation, it's just a lot less scary and overwhelming to face than I think here in the US, where it can be very, very tricky to navigate here.
Both Republicans and Democrats want cheaper and more accessible healthcare. This isn't a one-sided concern, which is why this is an important issue to address. One more question. If like the president was here right now, what would be your message to him about the healthcare system?
The healthcare system, I would say lowering taxes would be extremely beneficial.
That there needs to be more professionals.
I think my message would be, I think this is a matter of life and death for a lot of people, and this is something that every person deserves to get help. No one should have to go into insurmountable debt to receive care.
Because you'd be increasing the disposable income for everybody, really. You're really just lowering the taxes, putting more money in our pockets would be the most beneficial.
Whether that be a psychiatrist, a psychologist, or even just therapist that they can talk to, I think there needs to be a lot more.
Yeah, I think change is needed in this country for sure.
We want cheaper and more accessible healthcare.
We want cheaper and more accessible healthcare.